Hi everyone, and welcome back to Girls with Goals Global. My name is Leanne, and you're tuned in to video number 17, where we're going to look at the difference between an entrepreneur and an intrapreneur. So you may have heard the term intrapreneur before, and you may have been wondering, but what is it? Okay, so there's intrapreneur, and then there's entrepreneur, and there's solopreneur, mompreneur, kid. Too many preneurs, right? But today I'm here to just enlighten you and to, empower you and educate you and give you a little insight on the difference between entrepreneur versus intrapreneur. So keep on watching. So, entrepreneurs and intrapreneurs have similar but also different traits, objectives, and risks. If you have great ideas, remember I mentioned to you yesterday that all of us are capable of having great ideas, and all of us do, for businesses or products, and want to convert those ideas into something tangible, you may find yourself wanting to know the difference between an entrepreneur and an intrapreneur. An entrepreneur is someone who designs and launches a new business, which means that they will own said business. They will own the rewards of the business. They will own the risks that comes along with undertaking that particular business. They will also own the accomplishments and the successes. On the other hand, an intrapreneur is an individual who uses their entrepreneurial skills to create and develop a new project or product or service in a business that they are already involved with. So, just to put it in simpler terms, if what I just said is not really still not clear, an entrepreneur creates a business from scratch. So think of you making a cake. So you making a cake from scratch in terms of you, how would I put it? Like you're not purchasing a box cake from the supermarket. You're making your cake from scratch. So you're putting all the ingredients and making it from beginning to end. So that particular method you'd be considered as an entrepreneur, because you develop something new. Let's say making a cake from scratch is something new, an idea that you came up with. So you're an entrepreneur. Now, if you're already working a 9 to 5 in a bakery or in a patisserie or like the cake shops, that sell sweets, not sweets but like pies and cakes and so forth, and you come up with something to add to the menu, the business that sells the cakes and stuff that you're currently working in is not your business, but you work there and you developed a new idea to benefit that particular business in which you work in, then you would be considered an intrapreneur. Because all in all, an entrepreneur, or I would kind of dissect it and say preneur. This is just my own words. Preneur is the generalized thing is coming up with a new idea. So, but there are differences. Like if you're the only one owning the business, you'll be a solopreneur. You're a mother, mompreneur as we call it, kidpreneur, young children developing new. So there are variations of the term, but it's still you coming up with the idea for that particular product, but you already you are part of the business, so it's not yours. You are employed there, you work there, so you would be considered an intrapreneur. Okay, so the intrapreneur aspect of things would eliminate a lot of risk, because you would eliminate a lot of the risk that comes along, I should say, as opposed to you creating a business from like creating your own business, and would eliminate a lot of the risk that comes with being an entrepreneur. While there are many similarities between entrepreneurs and intrapreneurs, understanding the differences between these two types of professionals should help you determine which road you would like to pursue, which route. Okay, there are distinct benefits for each classification and each rule that may be of interest to you when you're mapping out what your next business venture is going to be like. The following of what I'm going to mention provides sort of an in-depth look into the differences between entrepreneurs and intrapreneurs, and as well as shared traits between the two distinctive roles. So we're going to start with the entrepreneur. So as I said before, an entrepreneur, and in previous videos, an entrepreneur is basically somebody who comes up with a new idea or designs, launches, and manages a new business, which almost always starts out as a small business. You never start a business. You hardly, boy, you never really start, never say never, but you never really start a business and it just becomes a Fortune 500 or a multi-million dollar. Most of the time, it starts as a small business. Individuals who create and launch a business take on majority of the brunt of the work. Remember, we spoke about being self-reliant and like an all-rounder, especially if you're a sole proprietor. So individuals who create and launch a business take on majority of the risks associated with developing said business. However, they will also reap, as I said, most of the benefits and most of the rewards and successes that comes along with it. Entrepreneurs who can successfully bring a business to market are considered to be innovators. These individuals will regularly develop new ideas, new products, new services, new goods, even more businesses. Entrepreneurs are a key component of the greater economy because their skills are necessary for for anticipating the needs of their potential customers, and also if they already have clients that they are serving, their existing customers. We spoke about the skills of the people who make up the entrepreneurial ecosystem in my previous video, where I spoke about ecosystem development. While it can be very risky to start a business and to be an entrepreneur, when one of your ideas fail, the rewards, I would say the rewards personally, in my opinion, I would say the rewards outweigh the failures and the risks, and the rewards that we have access to, including grant funding, including growth opportunities, possible fame, if your business is a hit or your product is a hit, high profits, and so forth, that we would experience throughout our career. So these rewards far outweigh the risk that comes along with being an entrepreneur. The word entrepreneur, just to give a backstory, some history or backstory, the word entrepreneur was first coined by a French economist named Jean-Baptiste Say. Entrepreneur was taken from the French word entrepreneur, which specifically means adventurer or undertaker. Entrepreneurship is a resource that is considered to be paramount for production and exists alongside labor, alongside capital, land, or natural resources. The entrepreneurial process usually begins with the creation of a business plan, which is a document that basically highlights the different aspects of what your business would look like, in terms of the problem that you're solving, the solution, your products and services, your financials, your customers, your distribution channels, your UVP or your unique value proposition, and there, based on the business plan, your executive summary. But if you're doing a lean canvas, then you have different lean canvases based on what business. But we'll talk about that in the next video, tomorrow's video, which is going to be, just a disclaimer, tomorrow's video, which is the 18th video, is going to be on the business plan versus the lean canvas, the difference and the similarities, just as we are doing now with entrepreneurship and intrapreneurship. So once a business plan has been created, whichever business, whether you do a business plan or you do a lean canvas, which is a simplified version of a business plan, entrepreneurs Right. So when the business plan, sorry, when the business plan has been created, as I was saying, whichever route you take, whether you create a business plan or a lean canvas, entrepreneurs will usually obtain financing. So you would go to the bank if you want to take a loan, or if you want to attract a TAC, or go towards the route of getting grant funding or an investor. They go ahead and create their team or hire employees and create a leadership team that can run the business. Because sometimes some people, even if they create the business, they are not necessarily the ones who are running it. The main obstacles that entrepreneurs encounter when building a company include finding the right hires or the right people, finding the right team members, and obtaining the necessary resources. So that's just an overview of entrepreneurship or entrepreneur, just to give you a little highlight, a few of the pointers when it comes to what is an entrepreneur. Now, what is an intrapreneur? An intrapreneur, as I said before, is an individual who works on developing new ideas and products within the confines of a business that they already work at. Intrapreneurs include any person within Intrapreneurs include any person within a company that applies entrepreneurial skills, vision, and forward thinking into the role that they have in the company. One of the more appealing reasons to be an entrepreneur is that it allows you to form new ideas, new products, new services, and business goals without taking on the risks that goes along with becoming an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur can be anyone from an intern to a VP of the company in question. Successful entrepreneurs will foster innovation in the company that they work for. In most cases, an entrepreneur, if they develop a certain product or a service, they would be given full control of that execution. And many individuals who begin as entrepreneurs eventually develop into the entrepreneurial industry. I'd like to thank you for viewing this video, and stay tuned for video number 18, where we're going to speak on the difference and similarities between the business plan and the lean canvas. Thanks for watching.